Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is SFH and this is another player review on my channel. It's going to be a very expensive but very special SBC Player of the Month Sadio Mane, 87 left winger version, 95 pace, 83 shooting, 80 passing, 89 dribbling and 81 physical. I put the Deadeye chemistry star on him, which actually bumped his finishing up to 99 and his passing, some of them into the 90s but most of them into the 80s. He's 5'9", high medium work rates, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 50 games played, 76 goals scored, 26 assists. I played a couple more games after this recording, but there are his in games. If you guys do want to have a look, just pause the video and then carry on. But the first kind of topic we're going to look at is positioning. Now, I typically played him in the lone striker role in the 4-2-3-1 formation. It's probably one of my favourite formations in the game. And in FUT Champions, especially in the 40 games, I needed someone who was able to burst past their player with pace, but also have good finishing, was able to create their own chance, also was able to hold up the play. And Sadio Mane did that surprisingly well, considering he is only 5'9". His runs, as you're seeing here, this is squad battle gameplay, so it's not exactly the weekend league, but Mane did perform actually better in the weekend league than he did in squad battles. I personally believe that's due to the mistakes that the human makes rather than the AI, obviously them covering everything. But as you're seeing in this clip specifically, he does drop off, although I didn't give him the ball. He does drop off and help out. If someone does push past, you're going to see at the bottom of your screen here, Walcott making that run, so Mane just drops off. Unfortunately, the pass is not there. But this is where you want Mane, and is probably where he's most effective. On the half turn, beating both defenders already. A pretty average pass by Pereira, but he gets on his left-hand side, and it's a good save by Adan. Unfortunately, on his left-hand side, he's not the strongest player. But now the couple of the clips that you're going to see here is he's actually playing the left forward version in a 4-3-2-1. I did try him out in multiple positions, striker role, the left forward, and also central attacking midfielder. And on the left forward role, he made more forward runs with the instructions getting behind than he did as striker, which I was kind of surprised about. But he makes really intelligent runs. Again here, beating his defender on a half turn, and unfortunately the game just refused to pass the ball to Mane and it goes out wide, stopping the opportunity. Now, I did play against Mane a couple of times, and he played as central attacking midfielder. So I did try him out in a couple of games, and he surprised me a lot. Obviously, he has really good short passing with the chemistry star added. He already has great dribbling, and he's able to create his own chance, as seen when he played up front and with the runs. But what did really impress me was kind of how accurate his passing was and how well he was able to link up the play. As you're going to see there, he kind of dropped off the defence, which not too many players do, especially when they're making a forward run. But he just dropped off, able to create a chance, and obviously a goal fell from that. But the other thing which Mane has, which in my opinion, in a 4-2-3-1, the central attacking midfielder needs to have is 4-star skills. Now, obviously, it's not a necessity, but if you have those 4-star skills, it kind of gives you a different dimension of play. You can bring out the Berber spin, the scoop turn, just to create your own chance or to create an opportunity. As you're going to see here, he is fantastic at creating opportunities for his teammates in that central attacking midfielder role. A great over-the-top through pass to Theo Walcott, who actually gets caught by Umtiti, which is quite surprising, but he is absolutely knackered. He passes it back out to Mane. Really nice drag back, and what a reverse pass that was into Walcott, but unfortunately to Stegen again, being the bane of my life and making a fantastic save. Again, a really good chance created by Mane himself with the drag back, and I did score a lot of goals using that drag back, but again, you're seeing here, he can still score goals from that central attacking midfielder role, bursting past the defence and putting it into the back of the net. Now, moving on to shooting, which is actually slightly different to finishing. Shooting more involves outside the box, long shots, So you're going to expect that more often as a central attacking midfielder, whereas the striker version, if you play him at striker or the left forward or left wing, he's going to be more in the box. His shooting's pretty good, especially from outside the box. If it's on his left-hand side, he will struggle a little bit, unfortunately, because of that 3-star weak foot. Sometimes it can be absolutely horrendous, but sometimes it can be almost as good as his right. But his right-hand side, especially when he cuts past his defender and then shoots it across goal, it is unstoppable. And as you're seeing there, the drag back, as I said before, one of the main opportunity creators that Mane has in his locker because of his really tight dribbling. Again, the skill moves coming out. As I said, cutting across goal with the shot, but unfortunately Donnarumma saving it yet again. Now moving on to finishing. This actually really surprised me about Mane. He already has really high finishing in 88, I believe. And with a chemistry star, it goes up to 99. So anything in the box, especially in the weekend league, you need someone to be able to finish chances, to either push you past your opponent or to get back in a game. In those crucial situations, Mane is going to slot pretty much everything away. With 81 composure, which isn't the highest, but with finishes like these, 81 composure is kind of irrelevant. He's going to stick everything in the back of the net. He does miss occasionally with his left-hand side, but in the box, typically, even with the low-driven shots there, as you're seeing, it bounce off the keeper and go into the roof of the net. But yet again, look at this with the drag back, and as I was saying before, across body shots with Mane inside and outside the box is probably one of his best finishes. But with the low-driven finesse shot as well, even from as close as to the 18-yard box, is going to be an assured goal. Now that is going to be the end of the clips. Now moving on to the final summary, and we're going to be starting off with the pros, and it's going to be good passing to start off with. Now I'm not too sure if it's because of the chemistry style or it's just the card in general, but he has 83 short passing and 84 vision being kind of the only standout stats in the passing category. But with the Deadeye chemistry style, obviously bumps it up into the 90s, both vision, both short passing, and I think long passing goes to in the 80s as well. But that's kind of what you need if you're going to be playing him in the central role, in the central attacking midfielder. As a striker, I don't think you really need much more than 83 passing, and even in the left forward and left winger spots as well. You could potentially put a chemistry style on him, bumping up his crossing and curve if you are a crossing type of player, but he has pretty good passing as it is. Now moving on to pace, again, if you're going to be playing him in that central attacking midfielder spot, his pace is already phenomenal. Having a 96 acceleration and 93 sprint speed, you don't really need much more than that in the central role. But if you're playing him either a left wing, left forward or striker role, I think you might want to bump the pace up just to 99 with a Hawk chemistry style, maybe an engine as well, depending on what position you actually play him in. But he did get caught a couple of times, which actually came to my surprise. Already having, as I said, 96 acceleration and 93 sprint speed, he did get caught a couple of times. Now the next pro is tight dribbling. You notice this wherever he played. Didn't matter if you played left wing, left forward, striker, central attacking midfielder, or even if you played him in the central midfielder spot, he is going to have extremely good dribbling. Obviously with the RB drag back move, the skill moves, the Berber spin, the scoop turn, everything seems to stick to his foot, which is exactly what you need. And it opens a lot of opportunities for himself, and obviously opening your opponent's defense when creating chances and obviously leading to some goals. Now moving on to the next one is going to be stamina. 88 stamina in this game is very high. Fortunately, the game isn't quite like last year, where if you had anything between 70 and 75, the player would be dead just after half-time. And even if you had really high stamina, the player would be absolutely shattered at the 90 minutes. So in FUT Champions games, even if it goes to extra time, he will have good stamina still, regardless of where he plays, which is obviously a massive bonus. and the final pro is actually going to be finishing. With 88 finishing already, but with the Deadeye chemistry style, it bumps up to 99. And that kind of explains it all. You saw it in the clips, extremely deadly from inside and outside the area. A crossbody, low-driven, finesse shots. He's got it all in his locker, and that's exactly what you need from a striker. Now moving on to the cons. There's only 3 because this card was so good, but strength being a big con. As I said, maybe put a Hawk chemistry style on him, bumping that physical up just a little bit, putting the strength in the 80s. I think that's kind of what he needs. He did get bumped off the ball a lot. His 77 strength kind of seemed very generous. It seemed very, very weak in-game. But he did hold his own against some players. Obviously, if you did bump his physical up, strength would go up, and maybe that eliminates this on the cons list. But now, accessibility is going to be a huge con. Unfortunately, if you're looking to get this card now, he will not be available. Obviously, he's not going to be in SBCs anymore because Harry Kane is now Player of the Month, not Sadio Mane. So if you don't have this card already, you will not be able to get him unless they bring out another SBC in the future, which they actually did in FIFA 17, so maybe look out for that. But the final con on the list is going to be 3-star weak foot. Now, in some situations, the weak foot did seem kind of solid, like a 4-star weak foot maybe, but in some situations, it was horrendous. He really struggled in some situations with his weak foot. In the box, it wasn't such an issue, but outside the box, just avoid it if you can. Just get him onto his right foot, it's going to be a much higher chance of going in than with his left foot. But there you go, guys. That is the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, comment, and also subscribe for some more content. But as always, guys, I'll see you next time.